Maybe you did.
Often?
Steven thinks he saw a ghost.
I thought I saw a person and oh god, the fucking look at my. There's something on my. I move like this and the light caught it and I saw like a fucking.
What's in Steve's head? Ghost and bread.
Ghosts. We got him.
Getting the ghosts off your
my lenses.
That's the one!
And we're live! Hello everyone, I'm Justin.
I'm Steven.
And this is the best podcast we got. Today we're going to be going over Boeing 737 MAX and some of the issues that they've been having. We're going to talk about our favorite airplane movies, some stories that we have traveling, and some new viruses that are going on in China. You know,
Do you even
Patient Zero.
Do you know the name of it?
What's the name of it? I'm just kidding.
Soran.
It's
Coronavirus.
So it's coronavirus.
Corona.
Yeah, like the drink.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's already been memes about it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because sounds the same.
Yeah. It comes from like bats.
It comes from bats.
Yeah.
Guano.
Bats. They do this. This is how they fly.
They do.
All right. So so I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the planes taking nosedives and crash landing. Not here in the U.S., but in other countries, which I'm sure is terrifying if you're on one of those planes. I mean, even if I was on a plane and it was just nosediving and they got out of it, for that point in time that they were going down, I would be petrified because I already have like a slight fear of flying as is.
I do too, yeah, because it's like
You have no control.
I'm not afraid to fly, but it just you always have that fear like if anything goes wrong, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. I'm just screwed. Like there's literally, I'm here. I'm in the ground.
I hope the guy who's flying the plane lands it like the guy who did it in the Hudson.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, great pilot.
Great pilot. But yeah, I mean, it just sounds like a bad safety precaution to just have the plane manually just nosedive.
Yeah.
At no point do I think the big 740. Oh wait, what's it called? 747.
It's a 737 MAX.
737 MAX. Yeah. At no point should it nosedive because that's just like a bad move. They're not like maneuverable. Like.
Do we know why it nosedives?
Is it a built-in thing?
I think I know that it's a built-in like safety measure that.
That's real safe. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it has something to do with safety, but these people who were flying them weren't trained on it.
Oh, so it was a training issue.
I think it was a training issue. And it is an overall, I think it's not supposed to go into a straight nosedive. It's supposed to adjust the plane, but the way that it's telling it to adjust, like, I guess a pilot should know to go into manual and take it out before it would start to nosedive. But I'm guessing, I think it's like some sort of flight hour thing.
Flight hour?
Like, in order to be a pilot or pilot like a 737 MAX or any new plane that comes out, you have to have X amount of flight hours.
So according to the report, a micro-pressure failure in the 737 MAX 8's computer system could result in something known as in the industry as runaway stabilizer trim. So that's the smaller horizontal wings on the tail of the aircraft that normally stabilizes it in flight, and the degree in which they're facing relative to the wind over or under them. And it can lift the tail upward or push it downward. So it's either going to make the plane go whoop or whoop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a serious...
And that's just it's based on micropressure. I'm not a pilot. I don't know what that means. Yeah. But it sounds scary.
Wow. Yeah, that's like so it's definitely a problem in like the plane itself.
Yeah. Like in the system of the plane itself. Because most of these guys, the only manual part from what I hear is the takeoff and
landing.
So really, they're just kind of working for 15 minutes or so, and they're just kind of cruising. It's
Yeah.
not like cruise control.
Because I mean, what are they gonna hit? It just maintains altitude, I think,
Yeah.
and then just whatever track you're on.
And I'm guessing this micro pressure thing is an adjustment that probably the pilot would have to make manually.
It sounds like it's like a false reading.
Yeah.
Like the machine just,
But it
fucks
never
up.
happened in the U.S. Where there were a lot more 737 Max planes.
Now, are they U.S. companies that are flying these planes?
Yeah. No, that are flying them overseas that crashed.
Yeah.
2 planes. I believe
Did we
they
like
were
sell?
not. I believe neither one of them were.
One was taking off from Indonesia, and the other, I know the other one crashed in Pakistan. I don't know where that one came from, though. I can check.
But like, did
I don't-
like a company sell them? Like an older version of like?
No, because the Max is a new plane.
Oh, it's brand new.
Yeah. So like orders for it only came out in the past couple of years.
Must have. I don't know, man.
But
It's
U.S.
like,
companies have been flying them for a while.
And no problem.
But now nobody wants to fly them, obviously.
Well, yeah, I don't want to fly one right now.
Bad publicity.
Yeah. If something can just break and it either goes up like that, like the throttle.
Well, it's crazy. I was watching an interview of these old Boeing retirees, like these guys who worked for Boeing since like World War II, right, making planes, and they were saying like the reputation of Boeing was like people. There was a saying, if it's not Boeing, I'm not going. Like people are literally like, I only fly Boeing planes because I mean, there's really only 2 big plane making companies. Is either Boeing or Airbus. So there's not really anything in between for large commercial air flight, and
And now this happens.
They're upset about the reputation being tarnished with the 737. They didn't think they handled it right. So originally they said, it was because the pilots had poor training. So they didn't mention the malfunction.
And then someone found out that it was a malfunction, and then it was
then they're like trying to sweep it under, and then they had the FAA, right? Yep, had to make them ground all their planes and basically fix them, which they're still doing.
You didn't want to do that, yeah.
It's been months, but just think there was thousands of orders of these planes, and they literally had the factory stop making them because
they need to figure out the problem.
They supposedly they figured out, they fixed it, but it still has to go through all these FHA
testing, because they're not going to let those back up in the air.
They're not going to just let them up. And even if they do, does Boeing even bother? Because you think, are people, they already associate it with the plane going down. You think people are going to want to fly these planes?
Yeah, no, because you need to just end that line.
Yeah.
Start a new one, make it the exact same thing as the old one, just new name. Do something.
I'm looking up to see if it's been fixed and if it's under inspection and everything now. The first thing is what's new 737 Max return to service updates, but it's from the actual Boeing website, and I'm like, I don't trust you. You're gonna make it sound like it's everything's fine, we fixed it, and I'm like, you killed everyone on this. No.
I mean,
but is does it become a instance where Boeing just says, okay, 737, we're not doing a Max, we're gonna make an 838.
Yeah, we're gonna do something else. We're not gonna have that because that name is already. It seems like a big scandal now. Everyone knows about it.
It's the FAA.
FAA. Oh, FAA.
FHA.
FHA.
That's what the loans for housing. It's in my head. I'm looking for houses.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I mean it's I guess it's equivalent to getting on the Titanic 2.
Yeah, it's which they did have.
Which they are doing.
Oh, they are doing it.
Yeah, set sail, I think, this year.
Yeah, we looked that up. It was who would ever name something like that? That's like naming it the Titanic too. Wait, is there one? Oh shit, they're coming out with one right now.
And the Boeing 737 Max is like the Titanic.
Would you go on the Titanic too?
Yeah, I think I'd fly a Max 737 Max.
You would go on one?
Yeah, and that's flown by an American company, I think I would. I'd
Yeah?
do it. Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't?
No. And I don't know.
No.
I'm a little
I
skeptical.
I would.
Because it doesn't sound like it didn't sound like the pilot had anything to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not to say I'm probably not flying maybe one of these planes on like Spirit or like.
Oh, I remember.
Maybe I'd go with like an American or a Southwest.
The last time we flew in a plane, what airline was that?
We use Spirit.
Spirit.
Oh, yeah. Bumpy ride.
Yeah.
The last time I was like, there was a few times in the end. Like,
But
it's like
I
a
feel
discount.
Like that's not the pilot's fault.
I don't know. I think it was going to Florida, flying to Florida last time we did. It was like going there was rough.
Yeah.
It was scary. It was a little sketchy a few times. Coming back, nice, smooth ride. It was night and day.
Well, the flight we took to Vegas too was Spirit.
That wasn't too bad though. I didn't have any.
My Wood Grip is like they're like a discount airline, and I feel like the pilots probably make less on Spirit than they do at others. So maybe you might be getting
the discount.
Not you're
pilot?
getting the C student.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like again.
He might not have taken all of his flight hours that he was supposed to.
I don't know, man. It's like I don't like to fly.
I don't like to fly either because I don't have control.
Yeah, like it's not, and not only that, like in a car, you can get an a fender bender, you can flip the car, and you're gonna be all right. Like not all right, but you get banged up, you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
But like the plane, you're not surviving the plane crash. Like
you're ground level.
Very unlikely.
At least in your car,
you're not falling.
Level.
Yeah,
you're not falling thousands of feet from the sky.
Yeah, that's.
We were talking just last episode about like when you're riding the roller coaster down, and like you're thinking about ways you're like the max you're like a couple 100 feet off the ground, and you're like, I would definitely like die.
Yeah.
Imagine falling from thousands of feet.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, dead. You're dead.
And then even if you survive, you're gonna be pretty messed up.
We were talking about this too earlier. If you were ever gonna crash, it'd be better to do it like over, like the ocean.
Yeah.
Like under the best conditions, emergency crash landing into the ocean, right?
Yeah.
They have GPS and shit. Everything goes right. You're still gonna be stranded in the ocean for
a while.
A couple hours, probably 3-4 hours, maybe more.
And it's cold.
It's cold.
If you're in the Atlantic, it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, so you might have a really slow, painful death. And then none of that, if it's over like the cold water has a lot of shocks too, right? Yeah. They have like the big ones, like the great whites. The great whites.
The big guys.
So I'm trying to find, kind of going back to what we were talking about before, trying to find information on like what fixes they're making. One of the most pressing things that the New York Times is reporting is that the top engineers for designing the planes and everything, the first people they report to are the business leaders, and then they report to their other engineers. So like if something's wrong, they have to go to the business leader, like the executive first, who's like, we gotta get these out, we gotta make money, instead of like the other people trained in finding what's wrong.
Yeah.
That, and we were talking about it before, is training. And training hours vary by country.
Yeah.
So there's one that the first officer on one of the airlines that crashed in March was relatively inexperienced with only just over 200 hours of flying 737s.
Yeah. I don't want somebody who's only spent like 200 hours.
Yeah, but 200 hours is kind of a lot of hours.
Not when I think like the U.S. like requires like 1,000 or something like that.
If you don't got it in the 200, you're probably not going to get it in the 1,000.
Yeah, but 200 flight hours, there's not necessarily like you're just sometimes they're just sitting on the plane.
Well, yeah, I mean that's most of the time.
As co-pilot. So
yeah,
the
I mean,
U.S. requirement is a minimum of 1,000 flight hours as co-pilot in air carrier operations prior to serving. Enhanced training.
I don't think that's other countries.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? I think they're a little less. Like I think they do a lot of like virtual training and stuff.
So they don't even have to actually fly before.
I think some countries allow flight hours through like the virtual
reality stuff.
1,500 hours can be earned in about 2 years.
Wow. So like 2 years of
So
flying.
the training pilots go through in the U.S. is a couple of years long.
Wow.
It's not just like when you get a job and they train you in a week and then you're working.
I wonder how the first guy flies.
He just goes for it.
He's just like, they allow him just to fly?
Yeah.
He has 0 hours.
Yeah, no, I mean, first guy who invented the goddamn plane just went up there, man. He figured it out, you know?
Like that first ride on the Max, like imagine you're just like, you're the test guy. You have to take the plane up and just fly it around.
I'm sure they have a team.
Yeah, but even so, what if something goes wrong? I mean, you're like...
Then they
feet.
die.
Yeah.
And then they don't tell anyone about it. And they get the family's hush money. You know? I don't know. I'm sure they have the... Well, you're not sending the A-team up there either, you know?
Well, maybe you want the A-team.
No, you want the students to prove their worth to get these flight hours.
Yeah.
You put them out there. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know.
Maybe that's how they learn.
Well, that's what I mean. Maybe some of these other countries, the first guys up there are just, they don't have the hours.
I'm sure there's some kind of regulation, about it. Like they have some kind of degree of testing.
Yeah.
All
I'm saying is that other countries, they might be a little more lax. And I think that
maybe.
what might have brought this long.
They might.
But I'm not saying because Boeing also obviously found out that there was something wrong and really didn't it's okay.
No, I mean...
Because their first response was, like I said, was like, oh, it was like a country that doesn't, like, they don't have enough flight training.
No, they wanted to direct it towards, it was the... It was the pilot. It was the plane's a great plane, best plane ever. The pilot was undertrained. There was something wrong with the pilot. Because it's like, not our fault, that was their fault,
Yeah.
It's pretty standard move, I feel, So.
Yeah. Now that we're on the topic of planes, what is your favorite airplane movie?
Con Air.
Con Air?
Yeah, I'd probably go with Con Air.
I mean, it's no Travolta, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Travolta, he's... Well, Nicolas Cage is, a good actor, so...
Yeah.
They are different in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. They're into Nick Cage, I guess.
Come on, man. I don't know. He's awesome.
So you like Con Air?
Con Air, or yeah, I guess I'd go with Con Air.
Con Air.
I like Turbulence with Ray Liotta.
You don't like snakes on a plane?
I like Snakes on a Plane. It's not my favorite. I think Con Air was a better movie.
You know what movie I used to watch a lot when I was younger?
What?
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane with Snoop Dogg?
All the time, yeah. I used to
was
watch
Kevin Hart in that?
I think so.
Before he was big, right? Yeah, it was like I think he was.
I think his butt gets stuck in the toilet. Something like that.
Can we get a confirmed?
Can we get a confirmed butt in the toilet?
Kevin Hart is in it.
Yeah, I knew he was.
Let's see if his butt gets stuck.
Someone's butt gets stuck in the toilet.
You know what? I've never seen it.
It's funny.
It's good.
Movie.
It's good.
It's a funny plane movie.
I haven't.
I really, if I was saying my favorite is probably Flight of the Phoenix.
That's a good one too. I like that.
That was like my favorite one. They crash and then they have to fly out of there.
What about Airplane?
Remake a plane. Huh?
What about Airplane?
Airplane?
You know what movie that is? With
the cover is the plane's like kind of.
Yeah. What's his name? Leslie Nielsen.
I don't remember the movie fully though.
Yes,
I don't either.
He does get his butt stuck on the toilet.
He does. I knew he got his butt stuck. Kevin Hart. If you want to see Kevin Hart get his butt stuck in a movie, Soul Plane. Great plane movie. They did not take the 737 MAX up. Great movie though.
No, but I bet the plane from Flight of the Phoenix was a Boeing.
The Flight of the Phoenix plane was a Boeing 737.
Actually, no, it was pilot error.
Landed right in the desert.
Oh yeah.
Worst place ever. Worst place ever to get stuck.
I guess. I don't know.
Or it would have
maybe
to be
not because
really hot or really cold. I feel like those are the two.
No,
extremes.
but here's the thing: you're most likely to survive a desert impact because it's so much softer, or a snow impact because the snow's gonna help you a little bit. It's gonna let you slide.
But I'm saying afterwards.
No,
now that you're out,
it's gonna
it's
suck. Yeah, but like you're not gonna survive a forest crash or a mountain or any kind of like.
Yeah. Well, if
valley.
you do, you're gonna be pretty messed up when you get out of it.
Yeah, you're gonna get wrecked.
That
but like
would be the worst.
The desert, you might make it. You know, you have a high probability of walking away, but then you have to worry about no food. And it seems like the movies, they always chalk up a reason to be like, and they don't know where they are. When really they have like GPS out like they know where the planes are.
Yeah.
They have to know where the planes are.
Yeah.
So as soon as they lose contact or something like that.
Not if they go over the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, she's right.
Electromagnetism.
Or if the tail breaks off and the black box goes somewhere else, because that's where the GPS is, right?
Isn't the tail end? I think they have backups. They have a black box.
They have a black box. They just spread the black box.
They got one on each side. I think they have one in the cockpit and then a backup in the tail. That sounded dirty.
I don't know. I thought there was only one black box on a plane.
I think, no, it backs up on the tail. So then they can't find it in the wreckage. Like, what if they...
backs up on the tail.
No, because, like,
Two.
if it just
There's
blows
two?
up...
Commercial aircraft tend to carry 2 black boxes.
See?
One is called Flight Data Recorder, and it records all of the plane data, including speed. And I didn't click the whole link, so it took me a lot faster.
Well, now we know that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
The other is the cockpit voice recorder, and that's where the sex phone workers go.
the voice recorder, it's like, does it just record the voice?
Probably, yeah. You've seen that on the news.
God, we're going down.
No, they show that shit on the news sometimes.
It records the sound inside the cockpit for the previous half hour of the flight, and then it runs on a continuous loop.
Oh,
So it's always just recording the last half hour.
Yeah, that's just what they tell the pilots. Because like you have like all the weird gossip and shit.
Talking in the yeah, we don't listen to any of that.
No, yeah,
Soon,
right.
like a couple of years from now, we're all going to be watching a real cockpit
Pilots.
stories.
Confession of an airline pilot.
Confession of an airline
They're just
pilot.
getting loaded while they're driving, drinking and driving the whole time.
Well, I'm
I think they're
sure.
flying, not driving.
I'm sure they
drive?
You fly a
Pilot
plane, you
a
don't
plane, I
drive.
guess.
Yeah.
You kind of drive a plane, though. You could.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, with cars moving towards being automated, planes and everything are probably going to be automated.
Well, it's easier to automate a plane.
Well, yeah, because there's not much
There's
going on.
nothing.
But eventually there might be a lot going on up there.
Maybe, yeah. But, like, a car is a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a while. Maybe, like, 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like...
And then you just hop on. There's no pilot on the plane. It just brings you wherever you want.
Yeah. When we have that... When we have automated cars that work, we'll definitely have a automated
you
plane.
can buy an automated... A lot of cars now, they have lane where they just stay in the lanes.
Yeah, but they have the...
On highway,
though.
On highway, you can use that autopilot.
Well, you always have to have...
No, you don't have to have your hand on it.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
It's illegal. It's a law. You have to have two hands
Do
on the
what you
wheel.
want, man.
No, it's not. You get a ticket. I'm telling you, honestly.
I saw a video of a guy who's just sleeping while in traffic on the highway with his auto going.
You know what happens?
And this person's just like filming it.
He's just fast. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, how do we keep hitting this thing?
I don't know.
All right, it's like a lot of people get drunk, and just walk in the car, and then they'll put two hands on the wheel, and they're just like, they're not paying attention. They're just like, just so if a cop sees them, they can't get pulled over, but they're not there. They're checked out.
Yeah.
But like, if you get too confident with that, it just takes that one little error, and then you're eating the Jersey barrier, or you're hitting, switching lanes when you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's not.
Yeah.
This is the thing with automated cars. I feel if all of the cars on the street were automated, they're very safe.
Yeah.
You have a couple that aren't. Like, just even if 15% of them aren't automated, they're assholes. Like, the people don't drive well, and you're gonna have danger. They're not gonna pay attention to whack something. Then it's not safe. Yeah. So if you have like, if you're on an automated car and you're surrounded by asshole drivers, very aggressive, you know, and stuff like that. You can't trust them to the computer to compute that it would asshole them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be aware. You need to be ready to improvise very fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust it.
Well,
I wouldn't get one.
I'm probably going to want to get one eventually.
I think once it gets good, like 10 years, like when it's really good, then I definitely for sure want one because I hate to drive. I would love to just sit down in the car and just knock out.
I think they're eventually going to have like automated, you know, trains and automated.
They already have automated trains.
Well, you'd still need a conductor on the train.
But I think he's just like he doesn't drive it though.
Speed.
I think it's like in Japan. I think they have like a completely automated train. Yeah. It goes fast too. It's like ridiculously fast. Mm-hmm. It's like in a.
Yes, they have the high speed trains.
Yeah, the high speed train. Yeah.
Yeah, when those things mess up, it's bad.
Oh yeah.
Everyone dies.
Well, they going like real. I forgot how fast it was, but it was like impressive.
Yeah.
It was like crazy fast.
Well, I mean, and once Elon Musk finished boring that tunnel for going from Chicago to LA.
See, that makes sense to me because then you cut down on the time. It's probably safer because you know you're in a tube, like being dragged by like on a capsule thing, right?
Yeah.
Or a tracks.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. I think that's a good idea.
Well, it's pretty cool because that's gonna hurt the planes. Now, even if they automate the planes,
safer.
Right? Yeah.
I think it's
maybe. We don't know.
I think it's 100% safer.
Yeah.
It's only one. It's like one tunnel, like the plane.
Yeah, well, you're going super fast in the tunnel. Something could happen.
Well, you're on tracks though.
But I mean, I guess it's not a ton of people. Either.
Yeah, it's only a car. You know, it's not like a train full of people.
But I'm sure they're gonna eventually have like probably bus pod things that just.
Oh yeah,
ship
and derails. Yeah. I don't know how they would do that.
Because I mean. It's probably what they're trying to make it so you could live in any city and be able to work in any other city, right? So
that's crazy.
So you could live in Chicago but work in LA because your trip to LA takes X amount of time. I don't know how long.
Like probably 2 hours.
But the train from New York to the high speed boring tunnel that they said going from New York City to Washington D.C. They said would have taken a half an hour.
A half hour?
Yeah.
Wait, round trip?
From New York to Washington D.C.
Half hour. Wow. How fast is that?
You're going pretty fast.
That's like scary fast. Yeah, that's a couple G's, man. That's like some G-force shit. Like, right? It gotta
I can't wait for it.
That's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Road trips are gonna be so much better.
Oh yeah. Cheaper too.
Her face.
I know. She's like, we're never doing that again.
Hates the road trip.
Summer, most likely.
Or we can just hop on an automated flight.
Listen, that's so far away.
Automated 737 MAX flight.
Oh yeah, there you go. I think you're both like, no, sign me up. Yeah. Because I don't want to drive you.
Do you have any plane stories? If not, I can start with a pretty good one.
I don't know.
So I was flying. So I flew to Houston for work to go to a this pipe school. So I was learning about a steel pipe in
pipe school.
Yeah, it's called
pipe school.
Pipe and tube school. Graduated.
Wow.
But we flew down there, and so part of the day is you take 2 days. You take these classes to get the certification, and then you do a walk through a facility that makes pipe and tube. And then we went to like a couple places that were coders and all this other stuff. But while we were down there learning, we were having a good time too. And the last day, we had went out with an appraiser that lives down in Houston. We have at my work, we have appraisers that live around the country. So one of the appraisers lives in Houston, and he took us out with his buddy George. So we were out there having a great time. we were out, and I decided to continue my night by going out and drinking more. And the flight left at 5 a.m. So I was pretty hungover. I got back, I think, to my room at like 2. Fell asleep for like a couple hours. And like we're going to get on the plane. I'm just like so tired, just
foggy,
exhausted, right? And we had assigned seats, so I didn't sit with any of the people that I went down with. My other 2 coworkers that went down with us to Houston for pipe school, and I'm sitting there with this other lady, and we're they come by, you know, they ask you for if you want like snacks and a drink, and they gave me like the free peanuts with they asked me what I wanted. I was like, oh, get me I'll take an apple juice. So I'm sitting there drinking my apple juice, have the tray down, I fall asleep with the apple juice in my hand.
Yeah.
And like something happened and I get startled. I woke up and I spilled the apple juice all over the lady next to me, all over myself. I'm covered in apple juice, and she's like, she just sit there like nothing was happening, didn't say a word, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, and she's like, it's okay. Just probably hating her life and hating me at the same time. And I'm just like,
I could just picture you holding it, like sitting there holding it, like, ah! It's like a fucking night terror.
She most likely saw it coming because you twitch a lot in your sleep. Yeah. So you're probably on the
like spilling a little,
slowly, like slowly going, and then eventually,
slowly spilling.
That's funny, man. That's good.
I wish somebody got a video of it.
If she ever comes across this video, he's a good boy. I'm sorry.
I'm good. I just I hit the table.
Oh, that was you? No.
I'm good. I just fall asleep sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm traveling and I don't. Then that's the one good part of not having to be in control is you get to sleep.
But the being hungover on a plane is like the worst.
Yeah,
I've done that before. I've driven. I think it was like the last 3 times on a plane. I'm normally hungover as like shit when I go into the airport.
Yeah,
and normally I'm tall, so like the seats, like my knee is like right up against the seat in front of me, so I'm just like can't get comfortable. I'm just like in pain.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. And I can knock out sometimes, but it's awful. I hate it. Another reason I hate flying.
Yeah.
Because the motion too, because you're like, I get the spins pretty, you know. So I'm spinning plus in moving in a plane, so I'm like, hate it.
How would you feel flying to a foreign country? To like,
I don't know, man.
Going to across an ocean, or
it's like I was saying, if I was going down, it'd be better over the ocean, because then like,
what if you're going over a desert?
Again, your probably chances of survival, it goes up.
Or the Andes Mountains.
No, then you're probably screwed because
like the
Andes Mountains. Like
yeah, there was a plane that went down in the Andes Mountains, and it was a Uruguayan. What is it called? What's that? It's like rugby team. Rugby. Yeah. They went down in the Andes Mountains and
resorted to cannibalism.
Food, so they had to eat each other.
Really? I just shot in the dock. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They ran out of their food like really quick. They made a movie about it. I forget what the name of it is.
Alive?
I think it might be that. Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. It was something about the movie with the flight that went down in the Andes Mountains. It's about a rugby team.
Oh.
But you know, they went down and they're stuck in the mountains. Like it's isolated. It's desolate. Alive. It is alive.
It was. All right, but no. Listen to this though. Back in the day, like when, like sailing was new, or like when it was more commercial, like when they'd go from like Europe to America in like it's like 3 months and stuff like that. It's legal if you're in the middle of the ocean and you're in a lifeboat to resort to cannibalism. Like like they don't prosecute you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, so it was like you'd have these stories of like sailors marooned on an island or something, or from escaping a wreck, and they come back and there's one guy left. And they're like, he has to tell them what happened, and he's like, "Oh, I had to resort to cannibalism." And
I
it's like,
ate him.
I ate him. He told me he could. It was okay. Like,
well, these guys, they ate the bodies, but of the dead people.
Oh, they wait from the die.
There was already a bunch of dead people because they crashed.
Oh.
So, and they were in the Andes Mountains, and it was like cold, so all the bodies preserved. They said.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they ate them.
I would have.
Oh yeah, I mean, first there was probably still food left. And Steve's over there eating. He's over there eating the people.
You gotta.
There's still peanuts over here. No meat.
No, I need meat one meal. What do you think? I'm one of those vegetarians? Get that away from me.
Charring it over the.
You just call me a vegan, boy?
They're going through whatever rations of food. Steven's already cooking up a leg.
Hey guys, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Drumstick.
You guys find any salt in there? Hot sauce?
No, everyone's just looking at me mortified as they like, guys, it's really not bad.
You judge me now. Wait a couple weeks.
Yeah, wait until you're starving, and I'm still running strong. No, I haven't lost any weight. You though, you look like you need some.
We gotta beefing you up just in case.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm so screwed if we ever did get with people that know me, because I make that joke that like, I'd really resort to cannibalism fast, and like I'm done. Like if we ever got into a plane crash, like fucking watch out for Steven.
Yeah. That guy's gonna try to eat us.
He's gonna try to fucking eat us.
I don't trust him. You see the way he's looking at me.
We gotta eat him. We gotta eat him before he eats us. Get on. That's funny. But I'm not afraid to go. Like I would like to go to like Ireland or UK or like.
What about going east?
To Russia?
Russia, China.
China? Nah, not really. I
Japan.
maybe Russia, but I don't know. Japan and China. I don't need to go there.
Singapore.
Yeah, don't need to go there.
I'd go to Thailand.
Yeah.
Thailand was pretty cool.
I'd like to go to I'd like to go to Japan, China.
I don't want to go anywhere where they don't speak English. You know?
That's a lot of places.
And most places too do
Also
speak
do
English.
speak English.
I know, but like I want the native people to speak English where I go.
Then that's very
Australia,
Yeah.
UK.
I'm not saying no. I could go to all those places. UK, Australia, Ireland,
yeah.
Scotland.
Scotland.
I'm so tired.
Wales.
Wales.
Iceland.
They speak English in
I'm
Iceland?
pretty sure.
Icelandic.
Icelandic.
Danish.
Danish was...
Iceland. I was right. It actually is Icelandic, so I don't know what that means.
Really? They have their own language?
Is an Indo-European language of the North Germanic languages.
Ah.
It's closely related to Faroese and Norwegian, with minor differences resulting from Celtic influence.
Oh,
So, cool. I want to go there.
that's cool.
I want to go everywhere.
I'd like to go to China and see the Great Wall, but I just wouldn't want to contract any viruses.
That's another thing I gotta worry about. Yeah, over there. That I haven't.
I'm pretty sure if you go, you have to take shots, but you're screwed if there's some sort of bat virus.
Well, no, there's a
that's going around.
pandemic. There's an active pandemic right now. Like, not a pandemic, is it?
No, a global health emergency. They're going to declare it soon.
Oh, so it's
If it
already cases in
continues to-
America, and
yeah.
it's been. I think they quarantined like 4 major cities.
And yeah.
So,
But like one of the cities having like 11 point something million people in it.
yeah, like it's not small.
Yeah.
Like big areas are quarantined.
Yeah.
But I mean, are people like passing away from it? Like,
Yeah.
it's like a
So when I first heard about it, like Monday or Tuesday, there were 100 known cases with 7 deaths.
oh,
Then on Thursday, there were 500 known cases with 17 deaths.
so the more
As
the
of today, there's been 42 deaths.
42 deaths.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many cases?
Confirmed cases of Wuhan coronavirus has risen to 1,400.
1,400. It's grown exponentially.
That's just across mainland China, though. So I don't know if that's global.
Globally, yeah.
The mortality rate is probably like 20%, maybe then, right?
No.
No, it's 14.
Now you're making me do math. I did not sign up for this.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, see, because I mean that's pretty freaky, you know. I have that many cases, like people are dying like that much. 47. How long has it been? Like a month?
Only a couple days.
Couple of days?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
It's going fast.
Wow.
But they quarantined the places, so hopefully it doesn't make its way.
There's already
a case here. Yeah. Hopefully that person didn't get into contact between.
No shit. I'm like, I didn't know anything about this.
Because somebody's over in China eating bats over here. Now we gotta.
I think it's sanitation because, like, when the swine flu thing happened, it was because
it's like about 3%.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's still.
That's still.
Yeah, people are dying from 47 people died in 3 days.
Yeah.
So that's 42.
Well, it started. Well, when I first heard about it was Tuesday. So I'm sure it was going on before that.
Oh, yeah. So probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah, like maybe a couple of weeks.
But
still.
Yeah. Oh, no, the swine flu thing, it was because I think they had pigs and, like, chickens in the same, like, place or something like that. And the pig ate the chicken shit or something like that. Or that's how it got into it or something like that.
The first case was detected on December 31st of this virus.
So it's been going.
They started screening people at the airport on the 3rd. Then they identified it on the 7th of this month.
Wow.
Suspected the first coronavirus case in Thailand. And then first confirmed case in Thailand, first confirmed case in Japan, like last week. Well, not last week, the week before last. Then South Korea, then U.S. on the 21st. So this week was the first time the U.S. confirmed a case.
Wow. This is serious then, huh? Wow.
Yeah. It's like, have you ever played that game Plague Incorporated?
No. But I've seen you play it though.
It's like the little bubble. It's like destination. Where the virus starts first, and then you click. You hit the bubble, and it's spreading all around. Yeah. That's how I feel like China has. There's a meme. With China having that Plague Inc. Bubble over it.
The swine flu came from them. I think avian flu came from China, right?
Well, here's a big thing with the swine flu thing. Is swine flu, they try to cover it up. Like, they didn't know it was happening.
But they did.
And they just tried to cover it up, and that's how it spread without everybody else in the global health community really knowing about it. And this time, they didn't cover it up.
Well.
So they told people. So they're doing the right thing this time because they said they got way out of hand last time. So.
Well, the swine flu was pretty widespread, too. I mean...
Yeah.
It was funny, around that time, I was so out of the loop, I never watched the news or anything like that, but I was really sick, and I was really, really sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You're about to say that you had swine flu.
I had swine flu. I never went to the doctor. I was like weeks in, like 3 weeks or something like that, and I'm still like sick, but I'm over it a little bit. But I don't know why, I heard about the swine flu.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks in, and I was like... Oh, maybe I got that. So then I go to the doctors, and it's like, yeah, you have swine flu, but you're on the meds, so I'm not even just write it out. That's what he said. He was just like, I'm not even gonna give you anything because you're coughing a little bit. You're past the worst part of it, And I'm like, oh,
casually catches swine flu.
Yeah, I was just like, didn't even give a shit. Just walking around infecting everyone.
Yeah. Giving all of us swine flu.
No one else. Did you have it?
I was sick for a little bit, but I think I got over it.
Yeah, it wasn't like it sucked. Yeah. I remember I was sick, but just wrote it out.
Everyone, I think, was that when you were in Primrose?
No, this was when I was on Narragansett.
So
swine flu was a long time.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah,
that was I was in high school.
Yeah, I think I was might have been in high school too.
Yeah, it was like 2005-ish.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually I wasn't in high school at that point, so when it was really common around here. It's like 2008 for us at least.
Yeah. I was in high school too.
No, I was getting my GED.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You go get your GED, you get swine flu.
Yeah, I mean,
It comes with the GED, like
maybe.
diploma thing. You open up the capsule.
You're a little bastard, you want a GED? You too lazy to get a high school diploma?
It smells like bacon when you open it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's a nice bacon smell. Smells great.
Oh my.
So watch out for the new virus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly landed here in the States.
I thought you said in this room because I'm coughing so much.
Oh yeah. I mean, clearly you're susceptible to those diseases. So we're gonna have to quarantine you in your room.
He does that himself, so.
Yeah, I
He does
quarantine.
that himself.
Yeah, I'm in my room 90% of the time until you barge in.
Releasing the.
No, I'm just sitting there minding my business. You just walk in the door like it's your room. So, Steven. That bitch.
I gotta see what you're doing.
Yeah, no, like you hate the door shut.
Yeah, I do hate door.
Yeah, I can't have the door shut. And immediately when he walks in the room, he turns the lights on. Like, hell, make yourself at fucking home in my room. It's good on you, shit.
Well, maybe if you weren't letting all around, I wouldn't have to check in on you.
It is unreal that you do that. You seriously do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna still do it.
No, you're gonna still do it.
I'm still gonna do it.
Oh, I miss Primrose because I had the way the door was set up. I could put the crutches.
It would only hold me back for so long.
No, that would hold you back. You're not coming in with the crutches. I figured that out. But this door doesn't lock. So I'm just screwed.
But I can easily just open it with my
Yeah, no, it's like you can use a nail in every world.
The other one, I had to use a card to open.
Yeah, you'd have to card it. But yeah, this one. No
You messed
security.
up so many cards doing that.
Oh yeah, I know. There's no safe. You're not safe.
There's no
I was safe.
There's no safe.
I had the
No jack. Derek, no jack.
No, man, I had the crutch, man. The crutch worked for me. We moved it before it was really
Fully effective.
Yeah. I only used it once the night before we moved. Because remember, I was tired. I went upstairs and everyone was partying. And like, I knew around 2 o'clock, 3 in the morning, they're gonna break in Steve's door, you know? So I'm like, these fucking guys, no way. I start barricading my door. And then sure as shit, I hear it. And then I hear he goes, Derek, knock down the door, dude. We're getting in. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys serious? Like, why isn't they need to come in here?
Well, for everyone who doesn't know, we'd go out and drink, and if Steven didn't come with us, or he's being a party pooper, we would take Dave and Buster, the blow-up mallets, and barge into his room and beat him with the mallets.
And they had like 4 or 5, so it's not like they're rolling deep, dude. They come in with like 5 people, just barge into my room and start beating me with mallets.
And Baxter would jump
Yeah,
on
Baxter would normally get on the action too. Asshole.
Imagine he has a mallet, dude. He just...
No, you would go after the mallets because we're playing. Yeah, we're playing now.
That was the only thing that really protected you from the mallets.
Baxter was
biting.
Baxter would go after. He destroyed all of them.
Yeah, we ran out of
And
mallets.
luckily for us, we do live in Providence, and we are roughly a.
Yeah, we need to get to
7
Dave
You know
and
what?
Buster's.
Because that's true. Dave and Buster's is very close, and then they never bought mallets.
Yeah, we need to get more. No, well, Eric recently tried to get some.
He did.
They were out.
Yeah, they were out.
Somebody else is doing what we were doing. Yeah, we need to find them and get those mallets. If you have Dave and Buster mallets, please send them to us. We need them.
Please don't.
All right, everyone. That's going to be the channel. Please give us mallets.
We're not having a stroke. We're safe. We're
His
fine.
urge to hit is just very strong right now. That's all.
Wait, what?
I said his urge to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. I just
look up and your hands in a
I
fist right
feel
here.
the mallet. I feel like
It's like
I need the
you just
mallet.
remembered it, and like now you're just like, oh, it was so good to hit Steve with a mallet while I was sleeping.
The joy of bringing
I
the
know,
mallet
because
down.
It was like, hey guys, you want to come? We got 2 extra ballots.
Your
Like,
hand
I don't
was
even know this guy.
Your hand was just like half an inch from being in the camera shot, and you were just doing this. And that's it. That's the show.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and please check out our website. Check us out and like and subscribe us on YouTube. Follow us on Patreon and other services. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.